Hi guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you very much for listening to this YouTube channel. So, April 18, Thursday, our market dropped 6.47 points or down 0.09% to close at 6,628.64. Value turnover at 3.7 billion pesos. So, investors at least traded cautiously ahead of the BSP's rate decision, which lumabas after markets close unchanged. So BSP, at least the monetary board, decided to keep rates unchanged at 6.25%, which was uh, widely expected. So this was a telegraph move by BSP na sinabi na to ahead. So why is BSP raising interest rates in the first place? At least to fight inflation. Pag mataas ang inflation sa market, uh, people keeps on spending eh. For BSP, this is a monetary policy. Para magtipid, no? You put money sa banks para hindi gumastos mga Filipinos. Uh, this is the one reason to curb inflation, one action. Biruin mo, there are several digital banks that's giving 10% Paymaya. No? So without doing anything, just put your money sa Paymaya, you get 10% per annum. Credited daily no interest rates. But of course, this offer is valid until month end lang. I don't know if they will extend this, but they don't have overhead eh. Wala silang branch. So definitely, they can afford to give high interest rates. No? And other banks are giving 6 to 8%. No? Shopee, Bank, which is the digital bank of Shopee, is also giving 5%. So with this uh, move of BSP, uh, how do we make money here? We lock in the interest rates no? As ordinary Filipinos, no? Working class Filipinos. If there's a product that gives a very good interest rates, 6-7%. No? Minsan nila lock in na yan. No? There's a new fixed income, Ayala Preferred yata. No? So, i-lock in yun yan before BSP starts cutting interest rates next year. Of course, uh, pause muna right now. Then by fourth quarter, if finally na-control na inflation to around 4 to 6%, 4 to 5%, then they may start cutting interest rates next year. Hey, Globe closed another 431 towers for a cash consideration around 5.5 billion. FYI lang. The MCI also bets on inflation-proof projects to offset some of the negative effects of high interest rates and inflation. What else? EEI late reaction. They disclosed yesterday that they're venturing into renewables also. And yun nga, it late reaction. What I bought yesterday, no, binenta ko rin ka this morning. Unfortunately, I need to buy back it at a much higher price. So, wala, lakas ng momentum eh. And big volume also. So, good luck. Nickel Asia closed higher also. AC, of course, no, strong earnings growth and higher weight on index. It's now out trading at above the 100 and 200 day moving averages. Ganda nitong AC. Sarap i-trade. Espinec also has commenced its commercial operations with the acquisition of the first batch of the operating solar projects from its parent company, Solar Philippines. So anyway, MPI. So what a scare. No? It dropped 440, 439. So the Fund Managers Association of the Philippines estimates a higher tender offer price for the delisting of Metro Pacific. Of course, Manny Pangilinan can decide na not to push through the tender offer and cancel everything, no? And just buy the shares sa market. That's a scary move. Of course, they already spent around 5 billion with the buyback program. Unfortunately, it did hindi nag-reflect. No? It did impact the price. No? It was sleeping at around 4 pesos. So the offer price was a 22% above the VWAP of 1 year VWAP. GMA 7 is working on GMA Palawan as it expands its regional footprint. So they're also venturing they're also looking to diversify. Remember last year, it's election year, but ang liit ng impact sa kanila. No? So people, or at least politicians, prefer to spend uh, their campaign via other platforms. So even yung mga right now, even Viva Max is 'di ba? Hindi na nga kailangan mag-IPO yan. They're making around 700 million monthly revenues. So content is key. The MCI no expect muted business growth as the result of economic constraint this year. Why? Ang taas ng interest rates eh. So this means the cost of borrowing will be much higher. Kaya ngayon mga property developers, they're looking to list via IPO instead of borrowing money sa uh, sa banks. They're just selling shares and raise money via PSE. Jollibee will be expanding its operation in China as it looks to launch around 100 to 150 new stores this year. So yun. FGen also earmarked around $1.1 billion for capex this year as they plan to upgrade the Kaseknan hydroelectric power plant, in which they're the highest bidder there. Of course, they also declared a 40 centavos cash dividend. It's a bonus for shareholders. Of course, if you're buying FGen, uh, you're betting that there will be a tender offer. So if there's a tender offer, the shareholder wins. If there's none, price goes down. So public float is just around 11%, very cheap. So yun, we already discussed everything, no? So good luck sa NBA game tomorrow. Anyway, our passcode for today is BSP. No? SM Prime, by the way, no, is set to open its first mall in Bataan, the 83rd Mall property within the SM Group. No? So this will add around 46,000 square meters of gross floor area to the company's mall portfolio. And once open, SM will have around 59 malls within the provinces and 29 malls in Metro Manila. So EEI no signed a memorandum of understanding with a group no Industrial Holdings and Development Corp, at least to develop and explore three potential solar farms with an expected output of around 150 megawatt. Of course, the potential project is slated for the next 2 years. EMI, no, Emperador is also allocating around 6 billion in capex for its whiskey segment out of this year's 7 billion spending budget as they're gearing up for an overseas expansion. So speaking of EMI, GSMI's ex date is tomorrow. So, ang ganda ng first quarter nila. Let's hope na they'll give another round of special dividends. Layo ko na dito. We bought at 110, 115. I'm still keeping my shares. There's no rush to sell my GSMI, one of my biggest winner. SGP continues to drop, but remember, so we already discussed what's the issue there, but there will be some opportunity there. I don't know if this is like the Manila Water of 2019. Remember, Manila Water dropped to as low as 6 pesos in 2019 as Duterte questioned the concession agreement of Manila Water and Maynilad with MWSS. He wants to review. No? And right now, it's also happening the same. This is also the reason it's being sold down. There's always opportunity sa mga gantong fear. But let's see kung saan mahuhulog. No? Of course, we're talking about the 40% stake ng China. Can the government take it? Of course. They can review and see for always look for the violations. No? As investors, you don't just look at the stock price eh. Diba? You need to check also what's going on with the company. So, iba yung situation 15 years ago versus now. But the government cannot just take it for nothing. Diba? Dapat they need to pay. No? So, they need to spend, I think, 1 trillion pesos at least to buy out China. So, anyway, speaking of which, Enrique Razon uh, yung malampaya niya, no, was given a extension for another 25 years. It looks like na he's betting on malampaya for his prime infra. Kaya talagang evaluations of prime infra will be much higher. So they're upsizing the IPO from 28 billion to around 32 billion. This is also the reason they're checking for appetite ng market. So that's too big eh. That's very big. That's a very big IPO. So sabi nga ni Bongbong Marcos, he's now open to taking back control of NGCP if necessary. This is because of power shortages in different areas around the country. Diba? So this is definitely a milking cow for these businessmen instead of developing or having the problem fixed. They're just getting they're making money out of it. So by law, they are required to do an IPO. Dapat mag-IPO si NGCP. But yun nga, they took the other route, or they can list the holding company that owns NGCP by doing corporate layering. Makukuha nila barya-barya na lang, no? Sobrang liit na lang yung dividend na pupunta sa SGP. Anyway, our passcode for today is NGCP. No? Yung big issue right now. But there will be some opportunity. I'm looking around current prices. Eh. But of course, this is a quick trade. No? So it's been dropping since 10 pesos. So anyway, of course, there's questions here. Now we don't answer questions na. No? So unfortunately, keep sharing my channel na lang. John Edison Aquino, Justin the Bed. Actually, it's not Carl Chua. No? The Rainmaker is the country head of Credit Suisse. Si Marco, he's joining the Ayala family. He will be the position he's taking, I think, will be the former position of Eric Francia ng ACEN. So he'll be leading the mergers and acquisition team. No? So we first reported that before some news articles reported it. You can check this buzz. Dan Edison Aquino, Ronald Resho WM, Jennifer Young Pashax, Michael, Rudy Salvatierra, Gerger, Gaming Central, Blueberry, Abanilla, Emerson, JDN, Oliver Wendell Go, Gilbert Travisan, Jocelyn Alcober, ERC, JR Frayalde, Sue, Jason Chan. Again, thank you very much for listening. Stay safe and happy Thursday. Bye.